Coach said that it was a little frustrating the way it started, but was encouraged by the red zone finish. What did you see today from the offense, first string offense?
Yeah, we got to get started faster. I think going out there at practice today took us a while to get going. It's not championship football. We got to get rolling. But Hackett was the one watching it. So if he said we started slow and we finished strong at the end, that's good. That's what we got the next 6 hours for, is to break down this film, install more plays, look over mistakes, do walkthroughs, all that good stuff. So we'll have to see how today looked. But whatever he said in the press conference, Troy, I'm rolling with that. Sounds good to me.
What was Russ's message?
Russ called everybody over. Tell you guys.
So we got to get going. The situation, we were down 14 points. All these different situations, right? These coaches do a great job of putting us in different scenarios of how much we're down and how quickly we got to score and what yardage we got to get. And in that situation, we were down 14, and he said, this is when we got to roll. You know, it might not have been the prettiest practice thus far, but let's wipe that away and let's get moving forward. That's what championship ball is all about. So I think we can continuously learn from Russell Wilson on this team. Anybody. I've been in the league 3 years. It don't matter. I'm gonna listen to that guy every single day. Just see how he approaches the game, how he approaches situations like that, brings the team together. So that's kind of what that was all about, rallying us together. Hey, let's get moving forward.
Is that how accountability has changed then, Dalton? I mean,
I think the accountability factor here at the Denver Broncos has changed dramatically. There's been a sense of urgency since I showed up in April. I think that everyone can feel that sense of urgency. The 10-week period of OTAs, I mean, that was crazy, man. The amount of work that we got in and the amount of strides that we made in that OTA period was because of urgency and accountability. And that starts with Russell. It starts with QB1. And he's done a great job ever since he set foot here of holding everyone accountable. But the thing he does best is he holds himself accountable first. And I have a lot of respect for that.
Dalton, how do things change for you when you have someone?
You know, I think that you always want to be a physical football player on the offensive line. And I feel like I have a lot to prove, and I need to be continuing to prove myself every single day. So it's not like, oh, hey, we have the pads on now, I can show really who I am. You can just get more physical. You're getting up to linebackers, you can bang a little bit more. You're working on pass pro. There's going to be a lot more bull rush, right? They say, you know, if you don't got the pads on, don't bull rush. Let's work our hands. So when you get the pads on, I think that you just get more. Now you got the picks coming, the TEs, the ETs, the load fronts, the linebackers coming crashing through the gaps, coming downhill. So I think for anything, I think the defense changes a lot, and then our mentality just has to change of, hey, we're not just using hands now. We're getting in there and we're banging, and we can do that.
Dalton, why is this system such a good fit for somebody like Cush, who's up there with the QB? Is he still wearing the Kahoot stance?
Shoot, we haven't done Kahoot in a while. I don't know, but Cush is great at that, man. I think that Cush fits this scheme. I think that Cush can fit a lot of different schemes. I think he's done a great job so far running off the ball. The dude's fast. I think his greatest quality is just Cush's mind. The dude knows the playbook. He knows different fronts. He can lead us up there as our center. He can tell us where we're going. He can ID it. He communicates with Russell. He's got that relationship. So Cush has done an extremely good job, man. I think he fits this scheme great, and he's continuing to get better each and every day, just like all of us are. That's the goal every day, continuing to fit this scheme more and more, get more and more comfortable with it, see against different defensive fronts, and keep moving forward.
Hey, Dalton, back to Coach Hackett. Because of his personality, we might think that he's not going to get on you guys. Can y'all sense it, especially in meetings when he's aggravated?
Oh, man, yeah. That dude has great energy. He's positive, and everything's great. He's a great time, like everyone likes to talk about, but that dude can get on you. He has a board. He holds everyone accountable, whether it's coaches, whether it's himself, whether it's players. We get in there every night, and he'll play plays that he's not happy with, whether it's, you know, lack of effort or a silly mistake or an MA or being too physical or hitting someone to the ground, whatever it is. He holds guys accountable. He's not afraid to let guys know what they're doing wrong, and I think that's the great balance he has. He's going to bring that energy, be a lovable guy. He's going to be personable, be that player's coach, but at the same time, he can get down and get strict as well, which is important.
DJ Jones was a big free agent acquisition to this team in the offseason. What's just been your impression of the problems that he can create?
Yeah, DJ's a good football player, man. I love that we got him because he's going to continue to make our interior offensive line a lot better. I mean, the dude has power. That's what you see right off the bat, right? He's a little bit shorter, a little bit stockier. He's going to be powerful. You got to get underneath of him. At the same time, he's got really quick feet, man, and he's quick off the ball. That dude shoots off the ball. He makes it really hard for guards and centers to get their feet in the ground. And he's going to be super valuable, man. I mean, Russell was talking about him yesterday and talking about how many years he went against DJ and how DJ's one of the best that does it. And I think we got a really good player there with him, man. I mean, we've been together for 12 weeks now, and he's impressed me a ton. Not that he has to impress me, but I sure do love going up against him, and he's made me a lot better. So I'm excited that we got him.
There's a lot of movement along the offensive line right now, trying to figure out the best five. How
Yeah.
difficult is that for you, and how do you embrace that?
Man, we want to win games, right? We want to win games. That's what it is. This is NFL. This ain't Pee Wee football. This is dog eat dog world. So the best five need to be the best five. Whoever Hackett, whoever George Payton, whoever those guys choose going into the season, that's going to be the best five to go win us football games. So I got no problem with it. Why would we, you know what I mean? I would rather there be rotation and be some competition. This is the NFL. We need to take pride in what we do, and we haven't won in 3 years, so let's rotate it around. Let's find the best five guys that are out there, and let's go out and win some games this year. So I love it, man. I'm all for it.
Do you allow yourself to kind of keep tabs on Miners and Moody when they're working right and you're working left and they're kind of battling just unofficially in your head? Do you keep your own score?
Oh, no, I don't keep score, man. That's the tough part, right? Is like being in this game, it's a competition, and you're trying to earn your spot, and you're trying to put food on the plate for your family and play in the league for a long time. But at the same time, you battle with these guys. Like, they're your boys. So I don't keep count of any certain competition. If anything, I try to help these boys as much as I can. I've loved them ever since they showed up. Quinn Miners came in, did a great job last year. Moody's been great since he came in. Moody's been, behind me, impressing me ever since he came in, man. He's a great football player. So those guys are great dudes, man. They're going to continue to battle. We're all going to continue to battle. And like I just said, when the best five are chosen, that's the best five. But we all know you're going to need more than five. We all know that. Sometimes we go through 9, 10 offensive linemen in a year. So I think it's great that we're getting rotation and getting everyone out there.
Dalton, when they pick that best five, what are the attributes you think they're looking for?
They're looking for guys that are going to run off the ball. That's where everything starts with this football scheme with these guys, right? Who can run off the ball, who can get moving sideline to sideline. They're going to want guys that are physical. They want guys that are smart, guys that aren't going to make silly mistakes. When the pressure's on, they can keep composed. They're going to want leaders out there. They're going to want tough guys. Your offensive lineman, you got to be a tough dude. But they're looking at it's a very wide range, right? How can you pass protect? How can you run block? How can you run off the ball against a 3? How can you run off the ball against a 2-eye and get up to the second level? I mean, these guys are, I'm sure, evaluating every single little thing. When we're in offensive line meetings, we're talking about every single little detail, and that's nothing new. I mean, that's been the game of offensive line for a long time. You're evaluated on multiple different fronts, not just one thing.